Hello, my beautiful loves. This is Priscilla. This is your host for this podcast. And actually, I'm very excited because it's the very first podcast episodes that I'm recording myself. And the story behind this is just that I love podcasts. I hear them, I will say, almost every day. So I thought, like, I also want to give this kind of opportunity to other people who want to listen more deeply about all the things that I believe and all the things that I do in my work as a life coach. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about my story and also what is this podcast going to be about and why you want to listen to it. And finally, I'm going to talk a little bit about the subconscious mind and one of my favorite characteristics and also powerful characteristics that the subconscious mind have for us and that we can basically use it for ourselves. So, yes, I will give you kind of an exercise so that you can do that after this podcast. So, first of all, my name, as I said already, is Priscilla. And at the time that I record this podcast, I am in Costa Rica at my home after 3 years of being traveling around, working, and studying everything at the same time. And I would say that since I was 15 years old, I felt a lot of pressure to perform well, to be a high achiever, and to basically be perfect at everything, but without being too loud. You know, that thing that at least as a woman, no one told me, but I felt, you have to succeed, but don't be too loud, don't be too bossy, don't talk too much, but at the same time, share confidently your opinion. So it was, I will say, a lot of trials that I tried to do all of these, but it just felt, it didn't feel good. And so when I was 15 years old, I entered to a scientific high school, which was very, very demanding. So from there, I started having a lot of pressure, a lot of things to do. And fortunately, I could go through this school and successfully. But at the same time, I started having anxiety attacks because all the pressure that I was having there. And to be able to cope with this, I read one book that one of my lovely uncles borrowed to me, which is called The Power of Now from Eckhart Tolle. So if you want to read this, go and read it. Is I will say it just helped me a lot. And basically this book what it says is how being in the now can help you in your daily life and can help you to actually be happy and happier every day. So I started applying what this book teach me, and certainly it helped me. It helped me a lot, and I actually ended up doing some sessions for my classmates and for other people. So it not only helped me but helped others. So after this high school, I entered to the university to study pure chemistry, and because the high school was quite because because it was quite demanding. Actually, the university, especially in its first years, was easy to me. I have plenty of time, and I actually found myself lost because I never had that amount of time since like for 2 years, which meant that I didn't know what to do with that time. So I just started doing, or I just kept doing the things that I kept doing since I was at high school. I kept feeling stressed, I kept feeling anxious, I kept feeling like I need to do. And because I was feeling that way and I didn't know how to cope with that, I started to just mm, procrastinate and making myself busy doing things that were not related to the things I needed to do. After 2 years, I'm not sure if it was a depression or what was it, but I just stopped doing everything. I wanted to change my career. I didn't see the point, and it was for 6 months me in my room just going to the classes and well, yes, doing a little bit more, but basically avoiding to do anything that has to do with being high achiever. I think it was a burnout. And yeah, after that, with the help of my brother I just was able to recover. And then the time went by and I graduated, and then I entered to another university to study about leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, all this stuff, and in Spain. But in this university, you go through different countries. So I went to Spain, I went to Germany, I went to South Korea. And even though this seems, or this, like when people hear about this, is like, holy crap, you went to a university that takes you to all of these places. So yes, I went, and actually I'm finishing my last year. But the thing is that new level, new devil for me. So when I went to this university, I started having many patterns that were not useful for me. So when I was in the other university, I worked and I saved money, but this money was only enough to be there at Spain for 7 months. After that, I had no idea. And I think just the change of culture and being there, people is very, very direct, at least for in my opinion, because I grew up in Latin America. Here, everyone is not direct at all. You have to understand the things just by your supposition. So sometimes you don't understand what people are telling you, and but sometimes you do. So when I went there, I felt like everyone was too direct with me, was very rude. They didn't want me to be there, and it was in the middle of pandemic, so a lot of things happened, and I just found myself feeling like I was not committed enough, and other people were not committed enough, and all of that cost many, many things. I also had to start finding a place to live, which ended up being very far away from everyone else. So I felt very lonely for some time. And also, I just could see how my money started going away and away and away. And that, together with the new environment, just put me down. So I at one point, I think after 6 months being there, I just didn't see the point anymore. I remember exactly where I was walking, with whom I was, and I just looked up the sky. I kept walking and I thought, I really cannot feel the point anymore. And I was really bad. After that, Easter came, and one of my friends took me to Italy, which it was like a blessing. She really helped me and to recover. And after that, we found a new place where I could work, and so I could have some money there. So when I went there, I was very happy. I was very comfortable. I was having a some money coming in, and this in this job I had to live with the family, and everything went by, everything went good. I came back to home, but then I needed to find a new house because this family had me just for 3 months. So I found a new house, and when I got there, this person needed really a lot of help. So I ended up working every week 30 to 40 hours, plus studying, plus traveling at least for 2 hours and a half every day, plus trying to make all my stuff. And I just couldn't because I was full of stress. I somehow still felt very fragile, I will say, when I was doing the things, or when I was trying to get ahead in life. So I was normally numb. I couldn't think properly. I was just doing what things told me to do. I was feeling dizzy every day. I was feeling super tense, stressed out, and anxiety started coming back. Like it was always there, but this time was super hard on me, I will say. And at one point, uh like everything was not good. I had problems at my university with the people. I also couldn't do my stuff at the university because I didn't have time. Also on my job, actually I loved my job. I loved that job. It really was the thing that kept me going through that moment, but it was just taking so much time from my window time in the week. So I started having this resentment against the work, even though I love it so much. And because all of this, I I started feeling very stressed, more anxious, numb. I sometimes even had like I wanted to vomit because I was so nauseous about everything that was happening and that I couldn't control. And at one point, I started having anxiety attacks at night. So every night, night after night, night after night, I started having these really hard anxiety attacks. So I will go to my bed, I will have the anxiety attack, and then I will fall asleep because all my energy just went away. Until one day, I couldn't, I couldn't stand up. I woke up, but I couldn't move my body from the bed. And I just remember myself watching through the window and not even being able to think, just knowing that I was in a really bad situation. I thought things that I shouldn't thought or that I don't want myself to be thinking like, and I understood I'm bad. So at this point it was really hard, but I had to make some decisions. It was either I continue to go this way and I end up in the hospital, or even in a worse part. And I'm sorry here, like, just in case you might be triggered for this, you might want to skip this part. But yeah, so I felt really bad, and I thought I need to change something, otherwise I could end up, jumping in front of a train or in front of a car. So this part was really hard to understand and to really accept that I was this bad. So this point I decided to stop at all making anything from the university. So I just went to the class and nothing else. I did nothing else. And then I found the courage to tell to the my boss that I was going to leave the job, which actually shocked her because she loved me, I love her, and just the time that we had together was just amazing. But it was not the thing that was going to take me to my real goal, which was to, at that moment, to finish my career. So I have to tell her that I was going to finish, and then I kept having, of course, my anxiety attacks. So I called my mom, and she told me she had that as well. So um, whenever I was about to have them, I called her, and she told me exactly what I should do to avoid go in the worst part, right? So thanks to her, I started feeling better, and after that, I was able to help myself because, as I told you, since 15 years old, I always have meditated. I have tried to eat well. I have to do many things that are good for my health. So little by little, I started doing these things again, and that started helping me. But still, it was something inside me that was not helping me, and not like something that got me stuck. I couldn't keep going. So after some months, I left the job and I went to a student house, and from there I started working, giving chemistry tutoring to other people around Germany, which helped me to go through the whole year without having financial pressure. And when I came back at home, I was kind of resisting. Still, I was better, but not fine, not thriving. So I went deep into the subconscious mind and into neuroscience because first of all, I love that topic. It just makes me very excited. And second of all, because I need it. And thanks to that, I started having, better outcomes in my life, feeling better, having something to look for, goals, plans, things to do. And also, I was very excited because the next year I was about to go to South Korea for my university. So after that, I got much better in just 2 months, and I went to South Korea, and I thought people have to know about this, and I think that I can help them. So I started giving. I went to Meetup and to Facebook, so these two platforms, and there I posted something saying, I will give wellness conversation and this day and this at this cafe. So the first time no one came, the second time one person came, and the third time already we were having 11 to 14 people every time. So after that, I invited four of those people to join one course that I was designing. and as a beta clients or as people who just were going to, try this course. So I gave the course, and the feedback that I got was really really good, which made me really happy. And after that, I just decided to keep giving coaching. Yeah, to keep giving that. And of course, I think entrepreneurship and to start a new business or to start even a new project in your life, if you want to lose weight or if you want to be better at your job, which is something that I normally focus on with my clients, or if you want to, just leave behind burnout and stress. And there are always going to be many things that are going to appear for you because this is how we have been designed, right? So many things have come in this journey, but in this, I guess I will be talking about this in other podcast. And but yeah, till now I am here, and I will say like at the end of everything, now everything makes sense, and every day it makes more and more sense, and that's why I want to share all of this with other people, with other women. Yeah, and then well, that's more or less my story. If you want to know more, you can always chat with me through my email or through my Instagram. I love to chat with all of you, so just hit me up and I will tell you more and I will ask you about your story, and yeah, we can become friends. I would love that. And then what is the podcast about and why you want to listen to it? Well, this podcast is under construction, so I actually want to know what do you want to hear from me? And second of all, my idea for this podcast is to bring all the science behind the subconscious mind and how you can actually use the subconscious mind, but also bring some of the magic that we can experience at everyday life. So yes, I love science. That's why I studied chemistry, and that's why I keep finding so interesting all the science behind the subconscious mind. But at the same time, there are so many things that are just magic. Imagine just when you see to the sky and it's a blue sky with some clouds around, and you lose yourself watching that. Yes, that can be explained by science, but the feeling, the moment, for me, that's magic. And that's one of the things that I also want to bring to this podcast. So, of course, I will be crafting better and better at every time I record the podcast, depending on what you want me to tell you. But just these are kind of the main topics that I want to bring. And the last thing that I wanted to say is about the subconscious mind, which is one of my favorite characteristics from it, and is that the subconscious mind doesn't know what is real and what is imagined. So whatever you think at every day, whatever you imagine yourself, when you visualize yourself getting to that job, getting to that goal that you have dreamed so much, you are telling your mind, I am here. And the more you think about it as if it had happened in the present instead of in the future, the more you are going to tell your mind, I am here. Why you are not like, I am here already. Why I cannot see it in my reality? And this is going to help you reprogram your mind to actually make your mind take you there. And how will your mind take you there? Well, you are going to be more open to find opportunities. You are going to be more excited about doing things. You will feel kind of an inspired action, a gut sensation that will tell you, go and do this, go and do that. And all of this is just the wisdom that we have from many, many years from our past ancestors. Well, not past ancestors, from our ancestors, but also from just the intuition that you have within you, and that makes you wise and that makes you want to, to do more. So I, if I want to give you an advice today, it will be that go get clear about what is it that you want, how you want it, how would you feel about it, what will you see, what will you hear, and just imagine yourself doing that. Imagine yourself every day, because in this way you're telling your mind, I am here already, take me there. I am here already. Why I cannot see the things in the real life? And sometimes it takes more time than we would like that to take. But it totally deserves this exercise to be made because, as I told you, this is just going to make us excited, this is going to make us motivated, and this is going to make us keep going at every single day. Now, something that has helped me a lot when I try to, or when I pursue a goal, is to have accountability. I think that we are humans, we are social animals, and that's why accountability works so well for us. When we know that there is someone else supporting us and that can help us, then the things get much easier. You will do things much faster, etc., etc. So if you know that you have someone to whom you can trust, you can first get clear, you can visualize yourself, and after that you can talk to this person. And if you want me to be this person that has accountability for you, or that can give you this accountability, then just write me. Yeah, I will be very happy to be supporting you. And if you want to decide, or if you want this accountability to be a paid experience, then we can also talk about that. But if you just need some encouragement through your day, I'm also happy to do that without you having to pay me. This is something that we can talk through. And yeah, I think that will be the podcast for this time. And I think I enjoyed this more than what I expected. So I hope this helps you. If you want to give me a review, that will make wonders on my reach, and also to take this podcast to other people. And yeah, go there and go and make some magic with your life. Bye.